everyone, welcome back to the video. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to part 4 of my 4-part series on perfecting the RP accent, where today we're going to be talking all about the musicality. Now, before we crack on, just as a reminder, I do now have, very excitingly, a whole online course full of 13 to 16 videos breaking down how to really perfect the RP accent, which we go into a lot more detail than I have the time to on these shorter form contents on YouTube. So do go over to Skillshare, which is an online learning platform, to check it out. You can get a free month, I believe, so you can just sign up, try my course, and then leave if you don't like it. But I really recommend it. I loved Skillshare. I've been doing some courses there myself, and I just thought it was a really fantastic source that I'd try out. So do check that out. I do often find that people come to me for private coaching and might not be able to afford it. So I really wanted to find a platform that could make this work more accessible without that one-to-one guidance, but also something that was a little bit of a step up maybe from my PDF. So fingers crossed it's really useful to you. Do let me know what you think. But for today, we're going to be focusing on the musicality of the British accent. So when we're talking about the musicality of an accent, it includes many different things. One being the intonation, one being the stress, another being the rhythm of an accent. When it comes to a modern RP, or really any sort of RP accent, one of the biggest things that I always encourage people to do is something called elision. That is that when we speak, everything sort of glides into one sentence. Every word isn't really chopped up like this, but instead we smooth it through. And if you'll know me, if you've worked with me, if you've seen any of my courses or previous videos on this, you'll know that I am very passionate about people embodying accents. When it comes to exploring musicality, I want you to use an action. So the action we're going to try is actually from Eda Sharp and J. Hayden Rouse's book, Perfecting SSB, or Perfecting Modern RP, or Southern, yeah, I think it's SSB, but I'll put a link here. And they use a figure of 8. So all I want you to do is bring your hands up for the figure of 8, and down and up, down and up, down and up. And we're just going to try the days of the week in our best British accent doing this figure of 8. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so notice you might be wanting to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you might be wanting to clip those vowel sounds a little bit, but I'm really elongating the vowels. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't be afraid to really slide it over. There's something about enjoying the taste of a British accent in your mouth that might help with the idea of elongating it, or maybe that's just my brain, who knows? But that's one of the first things. So we want to smooth out everything as we say it. The other thing is that we usually downward inflect at the end of our sentences, just like I just did, just like that sentence did there. Unless I'm asking a question, or unless I'm a little bit unsure of what I'm saying, and that means I might go up. But usually we want to intone downwards, and this also helps people feel a little bit more authoritative, have a little bit more gravitas behind their voice as well. And the last thing is that when it comes to stresses on different words, just be wary whether your own accent means that you stress on syllables. So there are some accents where you'll want to say the words entrepreneur or discriminate, and every stress has the same level of weighting, if you like. Whereas for the British accent, we tend to stress different syllables with different weights. For example, if you have a 2-syllable word, imagine like a basketball. So basket, basket, little, little. Whereas if you have a longer word such as discriminate, discriminate is kind of like I'm shooting for the 3rd syllable. Discriminate, discriminate. So just be wary with where you are placing that stress, and just try to listen to your own accent, which is all I talk about in our Skillshare class, where I'm going to ask you to compare your own accent, and we'll be analysing your own starting point versus where you are going for British accent. Because if you don't know your own starting point, then how are you going to mould it into what you want it to be for British? So have a listen to your own accent, notice how you stress those different syllables, whether you think you give it equal weight, whether you think you stress it in a different way, and then just pick yourself up on it when it comes to the British accent. You'll probably find that by doing this figure of 8 style anyway, that you are going to stress in different ways, but it still just might be very helpful. That's all I wanted to cover for today's video. I know it's been a short one, but I feel like I've made so many videos at this point about the RP musicality, so do let me know down below if there's something I haven't touched on yet that you would like more information on. Once again, I have my online Skillshare course that you can have a look at. I'd love any feedback. I'm just starting out, so please be kind. I hope it is really helpful for you. If you have enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up, press subscribe, share it with a friend, and I will see you next time, where we'll be back to some more entertaining content for you that some viewers have already suggested I cover, so I can't wait for you to see it. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!